The chances are of a guy like you and a girl like me ending up together.
Well, Lloyd, that's difficult to say, and we really don't...
Hit me with it. Just give it to me straight. I came a long way just to see you married. Just least you can do is level with me. What are my chances?
Not good.
You mean not good like 1 out of 100?
I'd say more like 1 out of 1,000,000.
So you're telling me there's a chance? Yeah!
Skills at the skillsmethod.com, danceforseduction.com. Shout out to all the hustlers, players, pimps, puas, naturals, gigolos, mags, playboys, fuckboys, comebacks, fuck it. Everybody. Hey guys, in this video I'm going to be reacting to Pee-wee Pickup Party Needs to Be Stopped video. And the reason why I'm going to do this, even though I don't consider myself a pickup artist, I'm more of a natural hybrid, because I was a natural and I joined the community. But he talks about a guy that I really respect and recommend, and I don't even know the guy. His name is Steve Java, so that shit pissed me off. And what pissed me off even more is when I saw a lot of posturings of pickup of other pickup teachers posturing, which is what I talked about in the last video, why the community is dying and the problems with the community. Posturing, talking shit about two guys that I respect. Okay, so I'm gonna go into that later, but first I'm gonna talk about the guy that did the video. Let's take a context. The guy that did the video, and I have nothing against the guy. He could be a good guy or whatever. But the guy that did the video, just like I said in the last video, is a normal guy. He's a normal YouTube influencer, a multi-millionaire. This guy make over $40 million from YouTube. And he's a civilian. He's a good-looking guy, but you can tell by his voice, his mannerisms, everything, that he doesn't get laid. But he's married. How he got married? He got married to a girl that sent him a fucking email saying that he finds the YouTube videos cute for England, from another freaking country. So listen to this. So he hooked up with a girl long distance, strike one. That's know who he is and all the money he makes and the influence, strike two. He traveled and paid for all the weddings and all this shit, strike three. He admits in the video where he makes fun of seducer that he doesn't know how to talk to women, strike four. Right away he married the women, strike five. Right away after a year they broke up, strike 50. Okay, and then they got back together. But that's my point. I mean, this guy, this guy's gonna break up with a girl. By the way, I guarantee I can put any amount of money. And if you want, save this video. And when they break up, they already did break up. By the way, he won't be able to talk to women. And if the women, if this guy goes to a club, he wouldn't. Even the guys that he's making fun of, for example, Steve Java, Todd, etc. Those guys will do 50 times better if they go to a club, day game, online, any type of thing, even though this guy has the more money and is better looking from a cold approach perspective, from approaching strangers. Now, if he wants to use his social media, maybe Instagram and YouTube to get laid, I mean, he has a point, but it's not true sexual desire, okay? That's all I want to talk in context when I go and debunk the video that he's making fun of, okay? Again, the reason I'm doing this is not because of this guy, because I can care less about this guy. It's about two fucking posturing. One pickup teacher doing posturing from Vegas. You don't need game to get laid on the Vegas, okay, Casanova, Mr. Casanova? You don't need game to get laid on the Vegas, alright? Okay? And how do I know? Because my wing, who I taught, went to Vegas and he has a million girls wanted to fuck him. I mean, he already has a main, so he doesn't. He's monogamous, but he told me it's easy. You don't need fucking game, okay? And he told me if I go there, I will destroy Las Vegas. And then another pickup teacher, which I'm disappointed in him, doing the same chain posture. But it's not even that. It's that the two guys that one of the guys that he talked about is a guy that I actually recommend, and I think I need to come out and defend his credibility because that guy I recommend. That guy I recommend. I put myself as a recommendation for that guy. Why? Because I think some of the things he teach, like the Sigma and the forcing approach impact, are crucial parts of the game that is gonna help guys out there. Also being authentic and being physical and sexual tension and all that. So these guys I recommend, okay, and the Steve Jobs I recommend I stand by him. Todd, I don't really. I'm gonna talk about Todd later. I don't really recommend Todd. I don't think his advice is practical, but the theory of why things work is good. Okay, it's technical, and I think he can help guys that are more in the nerd side and on the computer technical engineer side, like from other countries because I work with Microsoft guys, and the Latin American guys from technical and engineering are good guys. So it's race related. So, but the guys from Middle East, Europe, and United States from technical side that are not Latin Americans, they're kind of nerdy side. So they will benefit from a guy like Todd. But okay, so let's go into the video, guys.
How's it going, bros? I haven't slept. I feel like shit. But there's one thing that makes me feel even worse. Pickup artists. The truest form of torture. I can't stand this. I can't do it. This is my cringe threshold. I can't watch it. We have this guy walking past a girl, pulling up with the howdy. Howdy, girl. How do you do? Oh. Well, she's at a library. Yeah, she's studying.
What you studying? A test.
Oh, for MCATs.
Which one?
MCATs? It's the next one.
Oh, I can't hear you.
You can't hear her. Because you're at a library, my dude. But was that? I can't fucking hear why you're whispering. Oh, man.
Maybe
Do I
from
know
real life.
you?
My name's Glenn. Nice to meet you.
Nice. Not a regular handshake, but a gentle touch. That's how it's done. I'd hook up with Glenn. Absolutely.
Cool. You said, oh, it's math.
No, MCATs.
MCATs.
Cats.
The medical school admissions test.
Okay. I mean, yeah, I thought it was like, had something to do cat related. But I've never heard of MCATs.
Oh.
You're probably a lot smarter than me, so that's probably why.
It's just like harder than SATs, but kind of like GMAT or like LSAT.
Really?
Standardized tests.
I heard cats. I don't know what's up with that.
Okay. So you're still in high school.
I am a senior at Penn.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Oh, you're still in high school. You're a child? What was that question?
I see.
Yeah.
And you're going for chemistry.
My major is health and society, so I'm a humanities major.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
What does that entail? Like, I'm guessing some sort of anthropology,
Yeah,
some
kind
sort
of.
of.
It's like anthropology.
Oh my god, is he gonna score or what? Dude, I mean, I don't know how to talk to anyone, okay? But I think trying to force these conversations cannot be better, right? So like, what is this? And hey, you seem epic. Can I get a number? I can't do it either. Okay.
Very cool. Very cool. When's your test?
January 23rd.
Look, he keeps asking.
Alright, guys, so some observations on the video. Okay, so the fundamentals of the guy is okay. I mean, he's not a 10-10. His fundamental is good, his body language. I wouldn't dress like this, but I think this is an old video. Okay, so for the fashion that I see, I think this is like 10 years ago. So for 10 years ago, the fashion is alright, it's good. Everything fits right. He's not in bad shape. Shaved head, so he's not a bad looking guy. Okay, his body language is okay. He has the hands in the pocket, but it's okay. The body language is okay. The way he holds the hands, I wouldn't do it like that. I mean, I'm gonna go into how I would do everything versus how the guy does it. But a lot of pickup posturing pickup instructors have this wrong because even though he bombard her with questions, the girl is kind of into him, believe it or not. Because if she wasn't interested in him, say, hey, I'm busy, I got a story, I don't mean to be mean, but and I have a boyfriend. She didn't. She stuck around giving him chances after chances. He just was bombarding her with questions, okay, and he did a little bit of mistakes, but even after the mistakes, the girl was kind of into him. He actually reached hook point, even with bad game. So he opened, which is what is important. 90% of the guys out there, I would say 98% of the guys out there wouldn't even open this girl in the library. Okay, so just by opening, this guy is winning. Okay, so I'm gonna go now, guys, on how I would have done myself this seduction from beginning to end, in a way how I would have approached this seduction. Okay, but again, this guy, even though this guy could fuck the girl, even with all those mistakes that he made. Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys how I would have approached this pick on myself. Alright, so the way he opened, it was a not threatening way. The way he opens was okay. Turning around through the shoulders, that was okay. Alright, that's classic mystery method. Alright, so he opened okay. Howdy was meh. I would have said A to get her attention. I would have read a little bit the body language. Based on the A right away, in microseconds I can read the body language if it's gonna work or no. And then I would have knowledge I'm in the library, and I would have said, hey, this is kind of random, especially in a quiet place like a library, but I just wanted to come meet you real quick before I get back to class. I would have said that to give her a false time constraint, so she doesn't think she's gonna get stuck with me, okay? And then I would say, I am Diesel. Now here, I would try when she reaches for the hands, okay? If I say I'm a Diesel, she probably would have told me her name. If she doesn't tell me her name, what was your name again? I would have said something like that. Now here, when I hold the handshake he gave was a little weak. I would have hold the hand, and I would have tried to milk the introduction. Okay, so milking the intro is something that I have talked about in my blog. It's just holding the hand as long as possible. It's from 60 years of challenge. So you hold. That's the first escalation. I actually later getting my capoeira class, holding the hand as long as possible. I'm an honest story. I have the later report in the blog. I'll probably link it. Okay. Now I will have milk the intro, hold the hand as long as possible, and let her be the one to take away the hand. Okay. And then I will bring something about, like, I will bring the topic, like, I will say something about a woman's story for what she wants, instead of taking selfies all day in social media that I find really attractive. So I will have, what I'm doing is looking for reaction. I will have, that's my first a verbal escalation, okay? And then I will say, what are you studying for? And then I would have brought the subject. Oh, she's studying for, to be a doctor for the MCAT. I say, oh my God. I would have said, most of the women I have dated in the past are nurses and doctors, which is true, by the way. I did a lot of, the girl that I'm dating now is almost a doctor. And I told her something like this too. Nurses and doctors. And then I would have said, like, the thing I like about them is that they love to take care of people. And since they're always so stressed out, especially now with Corona, they like to distress, if you know what I mean. So now I'm bringing a little bit of sexual element. And then I will have, then here I don't want to waste too much time. So now I will have saying, is your boyfriend studying to be a doctor as well? So now I'm gauging if she likes me or no. So I will have say, is your boyfriend studying for the MCAS as well, or whatever, or to be a doctor or a nurse or whatever? And then here, now I want intelligence. And she would say, if she's interested in me at this point, based on my body language, so communication, the way I talk, my deep voice. By the way, that guy had a deep voice. His voice was good. He had a good voice. I would have said, if she tell me, "Oh, I have a boyfriend," now I know I'm wasting my time. If she said she doesn't have a boyfriend, I say, "Really? So you don't have a boyfriend?" So now that I know that she doesn't have a boyfriend, now I know that's her way of hinting me that she's interested. Then I would have gone like, "Hey, listen, I gotta go, but when you pass your test, and I'm sure you will, especially after meeting me." So now I'm being a little bit cocky, funny. Because I have this effect of women. Trust me, you will totally get an A on your test, and you will tell me in our upcoming date how right I was. So what I'm doing with this is flirting, cocky, funny, and making a future projection, anticipation that me and her are gonna meet. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm testing the waters, okay? And then I will say, let me give you my number. So I will say, let me give you my number to avoid social media and all that shit. And then as she hand me her phone, I will say, who's that good-looking guy talking to you in the library? And that's how I will have closed this scare, okay? So that's how I would have done this different than that guy, okay?
Gente?
Gente?
No, está muy...
Oh, nice. Yeah, film her. Not creepy at all.
What are you doing?
Gonna meet with the friends.
The friends?
Yes.
Can I be your friend?
No.
Your
Maybe.
new friend?
No.
Nuevo
No thanks.
amigo?
No, amigo. Where are you from?
I'm English.
Oh god, the pain, the pain. These teachers are very good. They show exactly what not to do. At first I'm like, I can handle this. Howdy.
English.
Okay.
But I did go to Colombia.
Really?
Yes.
When?
Several years ago. Several years ago.
7 years.
Several.
Oh god,
I like
just make
Colombian
it stop.
women very much.
Stop him.
Really?
Yes,
Why?
and I like you. Do you have a boyfriend?
No, I don't.
I would like to get to know you. I've just had a drink of wine, and I can't remember if you told me your name. Did you tell me your name?
Joanna?
Joanna, right. Steve.
I'm dying. I'm actually dying. This is death. I've known death now. Nothing to fear. I hate this so much.
So you're going to a party now?
Yes, it's a
Yes.
birthday of my friend.
So you're with all your friends, and I guess it would be a bit weird if I came along to that party. It would be a bit...
Yeah, it would be weird. I'm glad you realized. Now leave. Leave this poor woman. Leave her.
strange.
Could be.
Wouldn't it be a bit strange if I came along? Wouldn't that be super duper weird? What are you doing? Stop it! You're an adult, goddammit!
I don't know. What can we do?
I don't know.
Maybe.
What should we do? Cause I'm attached to you now. You're never going out of here. Leaving you alone.
Why
You have
not?
nice eyes. I can see you're nice, genuine, you know?
Maybe.
Oh, look at that. Oh, he's ready. Look at that. That's the face of ready. Girls, you see that face? Run! Run! It's there. Here, let me do it. God! Women, I apologize for every man. You're just smiling at her? She saw the camera, right? She just looked in the camera.
That accent. And the skirt.
Look, she's staring right into it. What is happening here?
Are Colombian men, are they very forward as well?
Yes.
Do they come and talk to you and they like this and they're like touching you like this? Is that what they do?
Oh, God. Send him to jail.
As long as you like the guy, right?
It depends.
I mean, if I was like this, like, hello, I like you, you wouldn't like it, would you?
What? What does that mean? It being short? Talking to her boob? What is that?
You like tall
Like
men?
you, yes.
I like
You like tall men, don't you? That's about the only thing I got going for me. Yes, I'm very tall. Guess my height. That's right. 8 feet, bitch.
No.
Oh, no. I was not ready for that. Oh, no.
You like tall
Like you,
men?
yes.
I like you.
No.
I'm very persistent, aren't I?
I have to go.
Holy shit. I'm very persistent, aren't I? I get what I want. And I'm very tall, aren't I? Would it be so weird if I forced you to go to my... Like, what? What? That's the worst I've ever seen.
Here, Gambler talking about the worst he's ever seen, okay? And Casanova and the other posturing guys.
And I did a European tour with this guy who is still, to this day, the best guy that I've ever seen gaming. You know, he did some things when I was with him on this holiday. He did some things where I was watching him, I just couldn't believe it. I was like standing there shaking. You know, I just couldn't believe what he was doing. And still to this day, he's the best guy that I've ever seen when it comes to escalating, leading, dominating, being sexual, all of that stuff. He recently started day game, and he just goes out in the street, gets the girl back to the house. Goes out in the street, gets the girl back to the house. And when I'd be in the nightclub with him, he'd say, oh, you know what, I want to get laid actually. I'm going to take that girl home. And I'd be like, yeah, come on. And he'll go and talk to the girl. 5 minutes later, he's like, all right, see you later. And he's walking home with her. And he's literally the best guy I've ever seen doing it. His name is Steve. And we went on holiday, and this is where I made my first big realization. So at that time, I was doing the traditional thing, you know, approach indirectly, you know, blah, 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 neg the target, all of this stuff, roughly following mystery method. But I was seeing Steve do stuff, and he wasn't following that. He'd approach a big group, but he'd just approach the hot girl, he'd take her out of that group, he'd kiss her, and then he'd leave. And I'd be like, what? You know, he didn't open the group, he didn't need a wingman, he never asked me to come in and wing him. He never seemed to hesitate. He always seemed totally confident in everything he was doing.
As you can see, guys, from the video from Gambler, he was talking about Steve Java. That was like 10-15 years ago in the 21 conversion. That was before Steve Java came out with his YouTube channel and shit, okay? And I saw that video, and I was like, oh shit, that's what I do with Dance Floor Game. But it helped me understand the concept. So Steve Java does something called forcing approach invites. Anybody that does good Dance Floor Game, they need to be able to force approach invites, okay? Hovering and forcing approach invites is super important when you do Dance Floor Game. That's the whole point. Alright, so Steve Java does that, does the forcing approach invite. Steve Java also is very physical escalation to communication. So the guy took the video out of context. I'm gonna show you what he really does in that video, okay? In context, from a guy that is like me. I'm one of the top guys in the community, okay? So I'm gonna show you how it is for real, so you can understand, instead of taking shit out of context on purpose to posturing. Alright? So what he does with that gear, I've done a million times in the fucking club. I don't even talk. He talks even better than me in that shit. I don't even talk. I pull without talking. Alright? I'm not talking shit. If whoever has been, I've been out with community guys, I pull without talking. Okay? So he's talking, nobody gives a shit about what he's saying. That guy doesn't speak fucking English. So who cares what he's saying? He's just getting physical. Everything he's doing is buying time, getting physical. That's what he's doing. Alright? So the pee-wee-dwee-dwee, he doesn't know what he's doing. And the other pickup teachers just posturing because they don't know they don't know who Steve Java is. They don't know what he does. They cannot do what Steve Java does. I guarantee you, I know the guys. I know Casanova in Las Vegas, and I know the other guy talking about this. They cannot do what Steve Java does. At all. Zero. So they calling him like, oh, he's an intermediate or a beginner. Just posturing, bro. Just posturing. So I'm going to explain what Steve Java does. Steve Java is doing physical game. 60 years of challenge type game. And that's the best bet for him, because that girl doesn't even speak English. I mean, I would have done things a little different, But he was doing a little bit of also show a little bit for the camera, a little bit, I mean, well, that may be his type. Me, I don't go for kisses like that. I reach the point where the girl wants to kiss me, but in that situation where he was acting fast, it's a way to screen the girl too, So that's why he's probably going for the kiss like that, and he ended up getting the girl. If you see the whole video in context, I'm gonna show it to you now in a little bit, guys. And what he's doing physical game. When he goes down, when he goes and a hug him that the guy is making fun of, he just excuses to touch, excuses to escalate physical, any excuse to touch, even if he's retarded what he's saying. It doesn't matter what he's saying because it's the subcommunication. What is behind the community? What is behind his attitude, his body language, his physical escalation? Normal people, and even pick-up teachers that are that are not, don't know what this guy is doing, cannot pick that up. I can pick that up because I do this all the time in the dance floor, bro. If you I don't talk in the dance floor. I mean, and my conversations are ridiculous. Who the fuck cares? But I'm touching them. I'm touching. Good-looking loser used to do similar to this, and explain all this shit. 60 Years of Challenge. If you read the book 60 Years of Challenge Secrets, he has a blog called Secrets of Microescalation, and the 4 books. He talks about kind of what he's doing. So Steve, it doesn't matter what he says because that girl doesn't even understand. She doesn't speak that much English, so who cares? Alright, so he's touching, escalating, escalating the sexual tension, escalating the vibe. That's what he's doing instead of talking. You don't need to talk. Steve Java is a Sigma male also. He introduced the community to Sigma male. Another thing that I was after I was alpha first. With time, after all my wings got married and I started going clubs alone, when I joined the community and I couldn't be with any niche group, I couldn't get along. I mean, I was the most popular guy in the community, one of the most popular in every forum I go. Okay, but I couldn't be with niche group because to be in a niche group in the community, let's say you want to go mystery method, you have to agree with everything mystery says. Let's say you want to do NLP, you have to agree with anything the NLP does. So the community is like niche little groups. So I didn't feel to be part of any niche group. Okay, so I wanted to be able to call out people, even if they were natural or if they agree with me 90% of the time. I don't give a shit. I wanted to be independent and to use critical thinking. Okay, not going to I am mystery method or I am NLP or I am a natural. I stopped with that shit. That's what I'm saying. I wanted to be independent, to be critical thinking, to have my own thoughts and feelings about pickup. And my goal was to get the community to elevate the community, to make everybody better. Okay, not posturing for money or anything like that. I was never after the money and that shit. Okay. So Steve Java is a Sigma. He's a Sigma male. Sigma male is like Han Solo in Star Wars, like Wolverine, like me. Steve Java is like that in the community. Russell Brand is people that doesn't live in the hierarchy. It's no alpha, beta, no. It's outside of the hierarchy. Okay, no omega, no. Outside of the hierarchy, doesn't belong to group. They like to do shit alone. They don't need wings. They don't need to be part of a group. They don't need to work a 9 to 5, traditional jobs. They don't need to get married. They don't need to have kids. It's outside of the hierarchy. So that's Steve Java. And he focused on a lot on physical escalation. Now, another thing that he did that the stupid guy, the Pewdiepie, didn't understand is when I do that, what he does, a lot of the shit he does, I do. For example, when he was pretending to be short, that's a way for him to DHB, to display higher value to his eye. Because women like tall guys. But he cannot be say, hey, I'm tall, hey, I'm sexy. No, that would be cocky, but not cocky for, I mean, it would be too arrogant. That's the right word. It would be arrogant. So he did it in a way that is cocky funny by making himself short. That's displaying high, calling attention, saying, hey, I am a tall guy, a sexy tall guy, without having to say that by doing that joke or pretending to be small, because I done that with girls. Like sometimes I'm walking with girls and I pretend to be short and look at them and they laugh. I say no, no, no. You know what I'm saying? So because if you got height, emphasize what you got, the height or whatever. When he's doing the eye contact, he's escalating. I'm gonna show you a video showing exactly what he's doing, step by step. Okay. Okay, so he's walking side to side. That's the right way. He get her to stop. He's commenting on the skirt. Nice, so far so nice. He touching. Alright, so now they're talking. He's looking at her. Alright. Any excuse to touch her? Excuse to touch her. It doesn't matter what he says. Prolonged eye contact. He's looking at her in the eyes. Triangular glazing. In a sexual way. Animalistic sexual way. They're talking. Alright.
Colombia.
Really?
Yes.
When?
Several years ago. Several years ago.
7 years.
Several. And I like Colombian women very much.
There we go.
Really?
Yes.
Why?
And I like you. Do you have a boyfriend?
No, I don't.
I would like to get to know you. I've just had a drink of wine, and I can't remember if you told me your name. Did you tell me your name?
Trying to get her name.
Joanna, right. Steve.
Yes, Steve.
So you're going to a party now?
Yes, it's our
Getting in her
birthday.
space.
My friends.
So you're with all your friends, and I guess it would be a bit weird if I came along.
Good body
to that
language.
party. It would be a bit strange.
Will be.
Attainability. That's he's doing that
What can we do?
to make himself more attainable, more like humble,
Yes. I
Would you like
think
that?
so. Yes. Why
You have
not?
nice
and a little
eyes.
flirty.
I can see.
Yeah, so the eye,
Genuine, you know.
going for the eyes,
Maybe.
looking at her sexually. That's sexual tension.
You're so funny.
Well, because I just say what I feel, you know.
Okay.
Like I look into your eyes and I just say what I feel like saying at that moment, you know.
Okay, thank you.
So which bar are you going to?
I don't know yet. Maybe.
He's doing reads too. He's buying time, he's buying time getting reads. Okay,
Why sexy?
Well, just the accent.
getting her space.
Like a British woman says it, it's not sexy at all.
But it's too much accent or no?
No, it's está muy bien.
Está muy bien.
That accent. And the skirt.
Touching,
I'm very forward, aren't I?
Really?
You know,
getting
forward?
sexual, getting flirty,
Like I say, I'm very forward.
finding out logistics, touching her hair, escalation,
But are they going
escalating,
forward as well?
getting close. All of that is escalation, micro escalations,
They're like touching
more micro escalation.
Is that what they do?
And the way he bends is the right way, without leaning.
As long as you like
Notice how he goes to her ears without leaning, even though he's taller.
this. Like, hello.
Oh, that's what I told you that I do. I do the same with girls.
Like it, would you?
That's the way for him,
I like
displaying higher back,
yes.
talking all his height without coming across as bragging. She said he likes him. That's why he went for the kiss.
Can I give you?
Compliance,
Is it too soon?
compliance, escalation,
Is it too soon to kiss each other?
Yes.
Because we don't know each other.
touching, more escalation. Yeah. Oh shit, he got her.
Assistant, aren't I?
Yeah, backing off a little bit,
Tell you what, listen, let me take your number.
showing that he's not, that he's not a creeper. There we go, close. He got her. So this is what the other guy didn't show in the fucking video. Look at that. She's into him. He got her.
I have to.
Let me take your number.
Alright guys, so the next guy he goes after is the former RSD Todd. I mean, the video was totally taken out of context, so it's a video where Todd on purpose mess up the interaction with the girls to show students how to recover if the interaction goes wrong. I think it was a good attempt by him even to recover. I mean, he said he has worked for him in the past. I personally wouldn't do that the way he did it. So, but in his defense, he's saying that he on purpose fucked everything up to try to recover from a really bad interaction. I don't think when you the way I don't think you should be that persistent like he did in the video. But anyways, well, the whole point is that he was taken out of context, okay, and he was doing that on purpose to teach students how to recover from a bad set, okay. So I'm gonna have Todd defend himself. I'm not gonna post that video because he's so cringy and so horrible. So Todd should be accountable for that, for putting something so cringy, teaching something like how to recover for something so cringy, so horrible. There is no recovery. The guy should go to the next set, in my opinion. Okay, unless it's a fake objection. The girls are interested and they're just being fake to check test the guy. But in this case, it wasn't like that. It was like they weren't interested at all. They want to be left alone. So I don't know what Todd was teaching, but I'm gonna have him defend himself. Okay. The whole point is that he was taken out of context.
At Mr. Pie's description or lead into my video.
So this is a clip from a pickup artist that wasn't supposed to be uploaded.
Whoa, wait, what?
Because, you know, we get to see the best clips, right? The epic wins. But here's one that wasn't supposed to go up.
That's hilariously inaccurate. Like, hilariously inaccurate. So I'll give you the background of this video. So this video is a selectively clipped 5 minutes from a 3-hour long video. In that video, basically it's called, well, if you don't want to find the video, don't search the terms opening and mastery on YouTube. Let's just say that. So that's where this video comes from, is from a long video. And in that video, literally like a second, like to the second before this clip starts, I say something along the lines of, you just saw a bunch of clips of me doing really good approaches. Let's look at one that didn't go so well. What I want you to pay attention to is what I did wrong. So this was literally a lesson in what not to do. So Pewdiepie, I don't know, fire your fact checkers. What can I say? So that's what it looks like when it goes well. Now I'm gonna show you an example of a really bad set, okay? And as you watch this, I want you to think to yourself, what did I specifically do to make it bad? All right, so it's gonna be a set, I'm gonna go in, it's gonna be bad pretty much from the start. And then I'm gonna do a lot of things to try and turn it around. And actually the things I do to try and turn it around have worked in previous sets to turn them around. They didn't work in this case, but they have worked, so you can learn from them as well. But I want you to focus on, what is it that I do that makes it bad? Have a look.
So this is a clip from a pickup artist that wasn't supposed to be uploaded. Because, you know, we get to see the best clips, right? The epic wins. But here's one that wasn't supposed to go up.
What I will say, I'm not gonna belabor the point. I'm not gonna go into the details of this video. If you want to check it out, it's very easy. Go over to that thing that I told you not to search. Right? If you don't want to see it, if you don't want to fact check, if you don't want to know the truth, don't search opening and mastery on YouTube. That's all I'm going to say about that. I'm not going to try and defend anything, because go watch the work. Right? Let the work speak for itself.
Alright guys, before I go to the last video, I'm going to talk about the 4 stages of masteries. Okay, there are 4 stages of mastery and I'm going to describe what they are. Stage number 1 is unconscious incompetence. Unconscious incompetence is when you don't know that you don't know how to do something. Okay? For example, most guys really don't know how to pick up women. Okay? Then the next step to mastery is conscious incompetence. Conscious incompetence is you know that you don't know how to do something and it bothers you. Now the guy he's making fun, the last video that the last pickup artist wannabe that the guy is making fun of is a guy in a seminar that is trying to learn pickup, and they brought girls to the seminar so the guy can practice on the girl. That guy is not a seducer. He's a conscious conscious incompetence. He's a new student. He's a beginner. Okay, so he doesn't know what he's doing. He's trying to learn. So this guy making fun of a guy and doxing a guy that is just learning pickup. We all go through that stage. Everybody goes through that stage. Not only in pick but in every profession, when you ride a bicycle, everything. Everybody goes through the conscious incompetence stage. So even that guy that in YouTube, he probably went through that stage of conscious incompetence. Okay. Now, the next stage is oh, by the way, you know who is in conscious incompetence? Most red pill people, even if they think they are in mastery. Most of the red pill keyboard jockeys, they are in conscious incompetence as well. Alright, the next step of mastery is conscious competence. That you know how to do something and it takes effort. Okay? So those are more intermediate seducer guys that need to or more or no, not intermediate, most beginners to intermediate, where they have to think what they're doing on the field constantly and ask questions in the forums and have a journal and all that stuff. They're in conscious competence, okay? And the mastery is most guys, tribal herders, seducers, well, a few seducers. Most of the guys are not even there, which are unconscious competence. That you know how to do something and it is second nature. You're really good at it, okay? That's, for example, me in clubs doing dance for game. I'm really, texting, etc. Okay, that's my level. I don't need to think about it. I know what I'm doing, all that stuff, okay? So I want to bring this to before I show the next video, because the guy that he was trying to pick on is a guy that is trying to learn. Now, that the mistake that guy made, the teacher made, it's the teacher that is teaching the seminar is fucked up, because that guy shouldn't be put in the situation. That guy should be getting little successes, get rid of approach anxiety. He should be coached right, okay? But they put him there with some gear, and I don't know what the fuck he's doing. I mean, that's a useless exercise. Now, one thing about seduction, and that's what that's the only part I didn't like about that video, is if a girl is giving you shit, okay? And I'm gonna tell you how I will handle what the guy did. If the girl is giving you shit, okay, it could be because she's trying to see if you're real. So that's what we call the chat test. So, for example, if the girl says you're a creeper, I would have said like, "Oh, really? And what is that you like so much about creepers?" If she's chat testing you, you love me, and I accuse her of hitting on me, and I will like role play like you're like those little girls that like to pick on the guys when they're young because they like them. You love me and shit like that. I will accuse her to love me. If I think she's fucking with me, chat testing. If she's not doing that, if she's being disrespectful, you don't need to talk to women that are being disrespectful to you. There are many women. I would say, hey, who are you trying to impress? I mean, you know what I'm saying? I will troll her at that point. Like, who do you think you are, man? Like, I mean, I wouldn't say in a mean way or angry way. I will troll her like, wow, you must feel highly of yourself. I was trying to be nice to you, or something like that. I will troll her or fuck with her. You know what I'm saying? But you don't have to stay with women that are giving you shit. I mean, you have to have some self-respect. Okay. Now, don't get angry and butthurt, but you can troll her. Like when women, if a girl fucks with me, never really happens. But if they fuck with me, I say like, damn, who you have? I'm not trying to hit on you. I mean, I'd rather be gay than be with you. I will fuck with her, make her feel really bad if she's fucking with me. But it's better just to go to the next set. You don't have to take abuse from women. All right. Alright, so let's go to the next video.
The context behind this clip, as far as I understand, is that there's some sort of pickup artists conference. They've asked women to come there and just act natural, and then pickup artists will sort of try and communicate with them, or pick them up, I guess, to see what will happen as a showcase. And it's just the weirdest, worst thing ever.
A bit wacky. Do you have OCD, or would you rather have like ADD? It seems like you may have possibly both of them.
No, I don't have either one.
Well, which one would you choose?
I wouldn't.
How to approach a woman? Hi. Howdy. Do you have OD? Do you have ADD or OCD? Which one would you choose? I think for a while people were trying to turn pickup artistry into some psychoanalytic game, and it just took weird curves. Do you have OCD? ADD?
Well, why would I have
What mental disorder do you have?
I'm asking you a question. Why wouldn't you choose one?
I just don't want to.
Well, are you scared of having one, or is that like it's?
No, I just.
Why won't you pick one, huh? Why won't you play along with my weird twisted game, huh? You scared? Huh? What's the problem? What's the goal here, hey? You wanna go home? Have sex? Huh? Why won't you pick? How does this go over there? There? Hey.
It's a hypothetical situation. I mean, is
Right.
that really that hard for you to imagine which one you would rather have?
Is he just trying to piss her off? Like,
to me, like ADD, like you seem to have ADD because your eyes are twitching all over the
Okay, I'll
place.
pick ADD.
Or OCD, because it seems like you're obsessed with small little details. I mean, which one?
OCD. Yeah.
Which one is it? The question was to
ADD.
pick one,
I'll
and now
pick
you're
ADD.
you're fluctuating as though you don't really have a formulated opinion. So I don't really
I'll
understand.
pick ADD.
Am I that
I
heinous?
think you're
looking?
a creep. Yeah.
Well, okay, so you said that was such a small.
this is going great. Watch and learn, pickup artists. Hell yeah.
What is your name?
Jennifer.
You're not going to shake my hand. Are you scared? Like, do you think am I that
I
heinous?
think you're
looking?
a creep. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you said that with such a smile, though. Is that
Because it's funny. I mean, it's funny when creeps come up and talk to
really?
you.
But it has.
Alright guys, you know the drill. I wasted enough time with this clown. Like, subscribe, get the book. If you don't like it, you know what to do. Suck on my left nut because my right one is the reproductive. Get the book. Follow my blog, follow my links. Get the fuck out.